What's up,
What's
guys?
up, everybody?
Welcome to
Back again.
PITW, Pissing in the Wind, episode 21.
21. Finally made it.
Finally made it. We could buy booze. But
Yeah,
ironically, none of us are drinking booze this morning because it's.
I I am.
Oh, you are? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I'll go grab one. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
yeah. I've got just a classic, just a Coors Light. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We're gonna watch the game a little bit. Went and picked myself up 18 of these, and I'll drink 19 today.
I have a kombucha.
Jennifer Lopez has got kombucha, so you're like halfway there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a Stone Delicious IPA.
Ooh, delicious.
So cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Couple cool ones. So I started looking into some tech recently because I don't know if everybody saw. Obviously, there's protests happening all over America. Protesting ICE and stuff. There was one happening in Minnesota recently where they used LRAD. And LRAD, if you guys don't remember, the long range acoustic device, we talked about it, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes ago.
Yeah.
It's a machine that shoots super loud noise directly at you. And it's typically used to like hail for help on ships and stuff, but it's also used for crowd control to shoot fucking loud noises at people to make them move out of the way. And if you pull up the video ever, if you guys want to see it, I'll try to find it. I'll throw it up here after we're done editing. But it happened in Minnesota. They used it, and as soon as they turn it on, everybody kind of like turns around and they like walk the other direction because it's so fucking loud. It hurts your ears.
This is a test of the long-range acoustic device LRAD. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So I was looking into some other stuff like that so we can all kind of be aware of, what they're going to start using against us. And I found something here. I don't know if you can look this up. It's called the Active Denial System, or ADS, and it's nicknamed Heat Ray. And while you're looking that up, I'll tell you what it is. It's a non-lethal directed energy weapon. So a direct energy weapon, like everybody was afraid of starting the
Hmm.
fires in California and Hawaii, developed by the U.S. military. It's designed primarily for area denial, perimeter security, crowd control, and repelling potential threats without causing permanent injury or death. Yeah, so that's it right there. Active denial system. There's Does it show any pictures of it?
I'll find some.
Okay. Um, See if you just do like Google Images or whatever. And so, yeah, the active denial system, the way that it
Oh,
works,
there it
the
is.
system fires a focused beam of high frequency millimeter waves, typically around 95 gigahertz, a form of radio frequency energy in the microwave spectrum. So it's shooting microwaves at you. Click on that active denial system and see if it shows us like anything about it. What?
Whoa. Research Gate.
Okay, yeah. So basically it's shooting microwaves at you like direct microwaves. So it heats the water molecules in the skin's surface layer rapidly, creating an intense intolerable burning sensation like touching a hot stove or being scalded.
Bro, I'm gonna
The
get
effect
raided.
is
All this shit's in
immediate
Russian.
and instinctive. Targeted people feel compelled to flee or move out of the beam within seconds. Like, I mean, look at that. It's basically like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Shooting frequencies at like some type of like mirror or reflective surface to shoot it back towards you, probably to cool it down because it's too fucking hot.
Yeah, look, if this is coming out at 95 gigahertz right here,
Well,
then
it's the laser, right? The
what is
laser, the
going into
aperture,
this reflector right here?
the laser right down there at the bottom, that little circular thing. That's the
Yeah,
laser that's shooting it. Yeah, reflecting off the sub
because look,
reflector,
I
reflecting
mean,
off
if
the second reflector. I mean, imagine how powerful that first laser is.
yeah, I mean, just going based off this picture, we go red to yellow.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
like
that
that's
that usually means it's getting cooler.
yeah, that's it has a
So
range of
yeah,
up to 1,000 meters, and it's mounted on larger vehicle systems, kind of like that.
yeah,
That's
like
fucking crazy, right? But as of 2026, the technology remains active under the Joint Intermediate Force Capabilities Office, which I don't know what the fuck that is. I've never heard of that before, but Joint Intermediate Force Capabilities Office. Some type of fucking weapons tech that I guess the U.S. government runs. Large scale
um,
versions continue for testing to force protect, patrol, and crowd scenarios, obviously.
Yeah, let me look up that Joint Intermediate Force office and see what it says. Looks like it is just the office that runs like non-lethal weapons.
Okay, yeah. So that's
Yeah,
they call it a non-lethal weapon, but I mean it's shooting microwaves at you.
yeah.
And I guess
So it,
apparently
it won't kill you right now, but
yeah, they say it has no lasting damage in normal use, but it says that the skin may redden briefly, but serious burns are extremely rare. So it's like if they wanted to, they could fucking burn the shit out of you.
yeah.
So active denial system, that's a fucking scary one that the government is working on right now to for crowd control and non-lethal you know weapons against people, just like LRAD and tear gas when they're throwing it at us when we're protesting.
And you said it was specifically used.
Well, it's a non-lethal weapon, so they use it in like population control. This
Did
is
you find any examples?
Yeah, I have a couple of examples right here. So it's typically used for area denial, which is like not allowing drones and stuff into your no-fly zone. Perimeter
Hmm.
security, which is like keeping animals and shit and other people outside of your gated area, and crowd control, and repelling potential threats without causing permanent injury or death.
But the one that you showed that's on top of the military truck,
That
you
is
don't have
that's
the
encrypted.
specific example
Of it being
Of
used
like
against
Yeah,
of
people.
them
yeah.
using that one.
Uh-uh. No, it's still military tech right now. They haven't put it out into the public for public use. But this is something that's been being worked on that the military is using that
Yeah,
eventually might be used like on us. Because LRAD, for example, when we talked about LRAD, which is the whole reason I started looking into this, LRAD was originally a way to hail Navy vessels. So that way on the ocean they could shout fucking hundreds of miles away to the other ship if they needed to, and if they're in distress or if they needed to like tell them to stay away. And now they're using it against people in protests.
Oh, so they're like
yeah.
restructuring it to try to use it in
I'm
a
sure
different
they've used
way.
I
it in
don't
other
think
countries.
so. I think this goes back like to early on when we talked about they're telling us like here's what we're building, and then once they get further into that build, they're like, never mind, we're going to use it for this instead. But
Yeah, like,
initially,
oh, we
that was
found
their
out that
that
it's
was their
really
plan
good
the
for
whole
this, so we're
time.
gonna start giving
Yeah,
it to all the police or some shit.
yeah,
Yeah, that one. So that one's kind of scary to me. Active denial system, guys. If you want to look it up, you're
yeah,
more than welcome to take a look and see what you think about it. This next one is pretty cool. It's not the United States because the United States already has one, and we've talked about it previously. But this one is called Dragonfire, just like you would assume, like Dragonfire, and it's a
yeah,
laser directed energy weapon, or again an LDEW, so a DEW weapon, like we talked about, fucking starting the fires and shit. But this one's being developed by the UK Royal Navy. And so, if you want to look up Dragonfire, you can. There's videos of it actually. If you want to look up videos of Dragonfire in action, you could probably find some and share it on the screen. If you guys are wondering, the United States one that we already have is called Helios, Helios, and it's the exact same thing. It's a direct energy weapon that shoots fucking lasers. We already have one, and now the UK is developing one. So
yeah.
kind of take that into consideration when you're thinking about these things. If we have one and other countries are now starting to create these
I don't
fucking
want to play
massive
this
weapons,
game.
like war is definitely changing. So
So
yeah, it's a high energy
here's a
laser
video
system
of it real
designed
quick.
as a cost-effective defense against aerial threats like drones, small missiles, mortar rounds, and similar low-cost or swarming targets.
Yes, says it. There it goes.
Jeez,
So it says that it can hit a coin from 1 kilometer away.
that's insane. Yeah,
No,
that's why I have right here the precision. It can hit a target
yeah,
the size of a €1 coin from about 1 kilometer away.
yeah. Which
Ex-
I mean, if you look at just the pictures of it,
Mhm.
it's pretty scary. Like, let me pull up some pictures.
I'll talk about it a little bit too while you're doing that. So the reason they
Yeah,
want to use it is number one, extremely low cost per shot. It's less than like around $10 per shot. All you really need is electricity. Yeah,
yeah.
look at that fucking
Look
thing,
at this
bro.
fucking red one right here. That's
That's
just
so
straight out of like
crazy.
that's out of a movie right there.
That looks like it's out of a movie. Speed of light engagement. So instantaneous hit of on line of sight target. So as soon as it sees you and you push the button, boom, you're fucking hit.
Yeah,
No ammunition reload required. So it's just you need a cooling time and like a specific amount of energy to be able to put through it.
yeah. Like your guns in like Halo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So the program, this is what's kind of scary for me as well. The program was originally meant to come out in 2032, but it's now on track to enter the Royal Navy service ships by 2027. So they jumped it up like fucking 7 years or whatever, 5 years
5 years.
to keep up with what's going on in the rest of the world.
Damn.
So Dragonfire, the UK's got a new thing called Dragonfire. Look that one up, guys. Fucking pretty
We're
scary.
about to be shooting lasers everywhere.
Shooting lasers. And then I got another one that's a weapon that a military is using. Again, not the US. This one's Japan. So Japan has developed and successfully tested a prototype railgun. And so it's an electromagnetic railgun. And if you guys don't know what a railgun is, it's exactly that. It uses magnets to shoot pieces of metal or ammunition like faster than the speed of sound. Like it just like fires it as quickly as possible. And because magnets can just push shit like that really, really, really quickly. So it's being led by Acquisition Technology and Logistics Agency, which is which is under the Ministry of Defense that Japan runs or whatever.
Yeah.
And so let's see, it shoots a 40 millimeter caliber, launches small fin stabilized projectiles at extreme velocities using electromagnetic force. Hypersonic speed for better range and penetration. Very low cost per shot. Unlimited ammo. Potential anti-missile and anti-drone role.
Jeez, unlimited
you can
ammo.
Look it up, Dominic. The Japanese railgun. This one is still in the prototype phase, but they're aiming to have it out by the end of the year.
And that's what brings you back to the fact of the day. They went to war with Russia.
Yeah. Ship mounted
if they would have had this.
Yeah, that's it.
Jeez, did you see how fast that thing shoots?
Like zero recoil. You can't even see the ammunition coming out of it. What are they saying, Dom?
Well, yeah, because it's not using any like firepower. It's using magnets to push everything through.
Yeah. It looks like an air rifle.
Yeah.
What are they hitting? I don't even see it.
So
5 seconds to fire.
I just want to see like how much damage it done.
There we go. Now it's explaining it.
7 times the speed of sound.
That's insane.
And then yeah, if you just the way that it's designed, it'll penetrate through just about anything.
That's fucking crazy. 7 times the speed of sound. So
yeah,
that's not just going to be for drones and shit. That one can rip through ships and blow people apart.
Yeah,
it's like right there on the side of where a cannon.
Yeah, that's like just an
extremely
high
40 millimeter caliber.
Yeah, what is that in comparison to like something that we could be able to put it in?
I'll tell you, a 9 millimeter bullet's about this big.
Here, I'll show you a 9 millimeter bullet. Give me a second.
So it's about 4 times bigger than that, a little bit more than 4 times bigger than that.
This is prop ammunition. It's not real. It comes directly from the movie studios. You guys can probably buy some if you looked into it. It is not real ammunition.
Bro, chill out. You could have ammunition in your house.
This is the size of a 9 millimeter.
There you
Look
go.
how tiny that is.
So stack 4 of those on top of each other.
This is my chapstick, and this is a 9 millimeter. Like, look how tiny that is.
So it's about 2 chapsticks. If you're thinking about that.
The 40 millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
So this.
Nah, it actually is probably talking about diameter.
Yeah, it's probably like a fucking. It's got to be like a huge,
yeah.
projectile.
But yeah, I mean, just the way that it's doing it, there's no recoil because it has no gunpowder, no any explosion like propulsion. It's just magnets that are just shooting it forward faster and faster and faster. It sounded loud in the video. I still haven't figured out how to let you guys hear the video, but yeah, it sounded pretty loud.
So I'm looking at this.
That's 7.
While dimensions may vary between manufacturers, a common size is approximately 19 inches long, 10 inches wide, and 7 inches high.
That's insane.
That's huge. Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy. Just imagine how big that shit is. That's fucking insane. Coming right at your little Navy ship just blows a hole straight through it. When are we gonna start getting flying ships? You know what I mean?
Yeah. You mean like planes? Just like something we've had
so
forever.
funny.
And folks, that's why you don't drink at 9 a.m.
What an asshole. Uh, okay. Yeah, that was a good one. That's a good way to segue into. I've got one more piece of tech for you guys. This
Yeah.
one's pretty cool. It's not really like a scary one. It's more just like to help our soldiers. Have you ever heard of quantum stealth?
I know both words separately.
Okay, yeah. So quantum stealth is a proprietary light bending material developed by Hyperstealth Biotechnology Corporation, a Canadian company specializing in military camouflage and concealment technologies.
Is
It's
this what they use for those like blankets and stuff that you can't see through?
So not you can see directly through it. Basically, it like reflects
Yeah.
the background onto you. Yeah. So it's
Oh,
it's
okay.
marketed as an invisibility cloak. Or advanced
Yeah.
camouflages that can make people, vehicles, or even larger objects appear nearly or completely invisible to the naked eye. So I'm gonna see if I can find some videos of this real quickly. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that's
there it is.
so that's like the material right there. It's supposed to like reflect the background over, and that's
Yeah.
just a guy holding it directly in front of his face. Like he's not even like trying to fucking to cloak it.
Yeah.
But look, here's like some other pictures. Like,
Yeah.
there's
So
like literally there's a hammer here. There's supposed to be one here, and then there's supposed to be one here, but you can't see this one.
yeah. So I've looked up this before and looked into how this is working.
Uh-huh.
At least when I looked it up, you have basically like ridges that are reflecting light on these things, but they only run in one direction. So
Mhm.
if you were to hold something in that same direction, you can't see it at all. But as soon as you flip it to that'll be this way, you can see it perfectly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so I'm sure it might be better now, but I'm sure there's a way around it.
So look, this is supposed to be like a combat helmet in here.
Yeah.
And then I guess this is the above view. That's the combat helmet.
Yeah. Oh, so this is not the same thing that I was looking at because
It looks like
You
it
can-
could be.
maybe, but that helmet's gone.
Yeah, the helmet was completely gone. That was
Yeah.
on their website, hyperstealth.com. Their website kind of seemed a little bit janky, though, in my opinion.
Honestly, now that we've been going through so many websites like this, I've noticed that about a lot of them.
Yeah, some of them are like super janky. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I think that might have been it because when I'm looking at like the stuff I have written down about the notes, it says it's a lightweight, thin, plastic-like sheet that uses
Yeah.
light bending or refraction/diffraction principles to redirect visible light around the covered object. That's exactly what you were talking about. It is.
Yeah.
It's just ridges in that plastic that like only reflect light a specific direction.
Yeah. So basically, like when the video I was watching only had a small piece of it, but he was holding up pencils in every single direction. And see, he had pencils in kind of like a star shape.
Mhm.
And depending on which direction he held this plastic card, one of those pencils would disappear. And so I wonder if now they found a way to like if we bend the entire sheet like this, it reflects more of the light,
Yeah.
and so we're able to hide different shaped things like that helmet.
But I'm sure, like, if you have, like, maybe if you're, like, in a forested area or something where it's, like, really dense shit and you have something like that in front of you and you're just moving,
Oh.
like, super slow, like, I'm sure
Yeah.
it probably allows
Yeah.
you to go through
I think
it.
even still, it's enough where you're not going to be super accurate, even if you can
Yeah.
tell there's a person right there, but it's so blurry, so like so much has been coming off of there that I can't even get a good aim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a cool thing. I like that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. It's not as, like, advanced or high tech as the other ones that we were just looking at, but it's definitely, like, it's definitely up there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that one is cool. That was my last piece of tech that I had.
Rico, a few weeks ago we talked about some tech where someone was curing cancer with it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, what
Royal
was
Raymond
that?
Rife invented the mortal oscillatory rate using his Rife machine to obliterate cancer cells. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
So
that was fucking
She's extremely
it's not it was it's been tested. It's even, remember it was on the cancer page saying like we've tested
Yeah,
this.
remember we
It's
talked
not.
about exactly how the Cancer Foundation, the Health Foundation specifically went against him and like started
Yeah.
targeting him with like paid campaigns to smudge his image. And even the people later on who rebuilt his machine ended up like in jail over it. They came
Yeah.
in and destroyed their whole facility and everything like that. Like it's something they're trying to suppress.
So that brings me to my thing I want to bring up this week.
Mhm.
Have you guys heard of Mariano Barbacid?
So I've heard of him. I looked into him a tiny bit. That's the guy with like that weird fucking birthmark on his face, right? And he's like a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So a big thing about Mariano Barbacid is he has been one of the few people to successfully reseed cancer cells in rats at this moment, and it's all pancreatic cancer that he's working with.
Hmm.
But what he has done is essentially it is a cure for cancer, and he's not doing it with the Rife machine. He's doing it through a combination of daraxonrasib, which is an inhibitor medication that targets the main signal driving tumor growth, afatinib, an existing drug that's approved for lung cancer that we already use. It just blocks upstream receptor activation. And then SD36, which is an experimental compound that disables a parallel backup surviving pathway and stress response mechanism. So it's
Okay.
basically like when the cancer starts dying and it's trying to find another way to live, this is killing that other way. So it has nowhere else to go. And he's found a combination to put these three together. He's tested it in rats and mice and found that it's curing their pancreatic cancer every single time.
Yeah, I
It's
have that right
working.
here on my notes. Says that the triple drug combination, which are the three that you just talked about,
Yeah.
completely eliminated pancreatic tumors in mice, preventing
Yeah. So
resistance and slowed toxicity.
he is a Spanish molecular biochemist, but he's the first one who has ever discovered the oncogene HRAS, which is what is actually he's using to try and cure this.
That's really
Um,
cool. It's cool that he took three different three different medications that we know works for specific things and combined them. Like, how come
well,
nobody's ever thought about that
two
before?
of
That's
them,
like making bread.
right? So he had the first two, the one that we use for lung cancer and another one that we use for other cancers, and then he tried this SD36 and was like, let's add this in and see if that'll help anything, and it did. And I'm sure it took him years to like mess with the ratios of all of it, but he's
Mhm.
found a way where it's curing this pancreatic cancer in rats and mice every time now. But the bigger thing that I've seen about him, which feels very much like the Rife machine, where they're trying to like, no, we don't really agree with this and it's wrong. Everyone's giving him shit because he's got a birthmark on his face. Like that's I've seen so much come up about him, just about his birthmark and like people not wanting to take him serious because of that.
Yeah.
Let me pull up just a picture of him.
Today's episode is brought to you by Chaozu. Look at this tiny, cute little kitty.
Oh, look, I'll do this.
Shiatsu. Oh, so
I'll do-
basically he's helping pancreatic cancer specifically, like that's where his focus is. And because pancreatic cancer is very hard to treat because of its resistance, pancreatic cancer has different pathways it uses, so it's hard to just send radiation to it because that's the normal for cancer right now is unfortunately it's radiation. So with
Yeah.
pancreatic cancer, it's high in exponential rates in our society for humans, most likely diet, but like what we eat because we are what we eat. But anyways, but he specifically does his research with pancreatic cancer. He found a way to target this cancer in three different ways, like coming at it in three different directions.
Yeah.
But it is
So that's
specific.
With those three different drugs, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't say it's like cancer in general because it's specific for pancreatic because pancreatic can change how it like attacks your body specifically, and that's why it's hard to
Okay.
deal with.
But
Because
still,
cancer
I
is
mean,
different
still-
in every part of your body.
still pretty
but
major.
being
fucking
able,
discovery.
being able to say that he's doing that with at least one type of cancer is pretty huge.
But the process of what I think there's confusion because the process of what he's trying to do is like have it so we're still using radiation, but it's So the pancreatic cancer can't use those pathways, like the strategy of attacking your body, because he's noticing that these three drugs that he has the mice take are limiting the cancer's pathway to attack your body. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like
that's what he
Yeah.
said.
no, but you're still using radiation, and radiation is still really bad for you too. Is that's how cancer is technically treated.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
but I
so
don't think there's a way around that right now.
no, I agree.
But even with the radiation, we don't have anything that's working as well as what he has found.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say curing.
What? It just
Could-
said he's curing cancer.
No, well, I
Yeah.
mean, like,
Where's my notes? Send me some of my notes.
it's a can't you. That's why with cancer you could go in remission. Like your body can still get cancer again,
Yeah,
but
he's
you have
making it
to.
so that way the cancer doesn't come back.
It hasn't been
Yeah.
like that's the point of his study is like you have to look at it over years for cancer because you can go into remission with cancer and then it could pop up later in your life. Cancer is very like tricky.
Yeah, but remission is just that it's not growing anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, he got
That's the
completely
point
got
of
rid
it.
of it though to even
Yeah,
remove the
what
remission.
he's doing is it's
It
gone.
says right here in notably a 2025 study published by the PNAS, which is like the Public National Association of something, showed a triple drug combination that Dominic was just talking about that completely eliminated pancreatic cancer tumors in mice. So the tumor is
Mice-
100% gone.
No, but we have to think of the lifespan of a mice because of a mouse because remission is the fact that you're living for long periods of time without it coming up
Yeah,
again.
but
But these mice only live, let me finish. These mice only live up to 2 to 3 years and they die naturally.
But what Boss Baby
So it
is
doesn't-
saying is that
we have to look at
remission,
the long period.
remission means that there's still some cancer cells inside of you. What this is saying is that it's removing 100% of the cancer cells. So there's no need, not even a need for remission because there's nothing there.
But
Yeah.
remember, cancer is mutation, so your body can mutate again and create cancer. That's why it is remission. Like it's a complex.
But it would never be pancreatic cancer again because he cured it.
Your cells literally demolish themselves so they could rebuild your body inside. Like your stomach with the acid, like your cells die and your body keeps creating them. So that's why remission matters because the cancer camp. The mice literally only live for 3 years. They still have to look at
Yeah,
why it's not
that's
human
why-
studies because
Yeah, that's why he
we're-
like but still no one has done that before.
yeah, you're right. Like the progression of it is great, but we still have a long way to go because mice don't live that long. And
Yeah, I'm
with
not
cancer,
saying that
you have to look at the like
he's like
long
100%
lifespan.
cured every cancer in every human and now we're like perfect. I'm just saying he's done something that no one else has ever done before. And it's a huge thing still. It's a big step forward. And mostly people are just like, yeah, but look at his face.
Yeah, just like another way to smear him in some way. Well, keep
Yeah,
an eye on this guy, everybody. Mariano
yeah.
Barbicide.
Which
Yeah.
felt very much like the Rife machine of like, wow, he's doing something that no one else has done before and it's helping a lot. And then now all of a sudden something else is about him. Like, oh, well, he's gone and anyone who helps him is in prison. So
Yeah, anybody who uses his machine it's against the FDA or whatever, and we're gonna throw you in prison for fucking.
Yeah.
I
violating.
think that's a great point. Like he is a scientist, he is doing work, and it's important to pay attention to these people because obviously we talked about this, things can happen.
Yeah, so things
Yeah.
can happen. Everybody keep an eye on this guy, Mariano Barbicide. That was a good one. No, Boss Baby. That was a good one.
yeah.
Yeah, keep an eye on him. He should put like in his invention in the Invention Secrecy Act. So that way, or no, what
Oh,
is
Sure,
it?
yeah,
his
yeah.
name doesn't
No,
go,
no.
or his
Yeah, his-
invention
he
doesn't
stays
go
out of
in
it.
the secrecy act.
Yeah, he needs to keep an eye on
Like
that.
you see the progress of it.
He doesn't die
Yeah.
to the 2 gunshot wounds in the back of the head.
He gets, can we not put that out there? Goddamn. But he gets to continue his research. And that, like, after mice, you have to think about, like, how can we try human trials? Like, human trials
Yeah.
is the craziest
So-
part of it all.
That's what I'm looking at next is that he's looking into moving into something larger now to try and figure that out. Obviously, moving from mice to humans is a huge step. So I don't know if maybe they're looking at trying to fit something else in there between. But it said, yeah, the next step is to find different trials on larger animals.
Yeah, unfortunately, that fucking sucks with animals.
Yeah. I mean,
'Cause the closest would be monkeys, unfortunately. And I hate, like, to say that because
you hate monkeys.
the progress of fucking.
And I
our
hate monkeys.
No, I like monkeys and
I don't think you're allowed to
apes
say
and-
that.
Why? They're cool animals, dude. They feel a lot. They're smart too. They can learn
Man,
sign
that went
language.
right over her head, dude.
Yeah.
Moving on, I think that was a good one.
Yeah.
Let's you made me think about my favorite my
Segment.
favorite segment of the show. Is everybody ready for my favorite part of the show, guys? Fucked up shit the government does. Let's go ahead and start looking into some of this stuff. A lot of shit is happening right now, and it's
Oh,
really
yeah.
hard to keep up with everything. And definitely doing so makes you feel like your brain is melting. But I think that we have come to a point in our society where everybody wants a lot of transparency, especially considering with everything that's happening through the Epstein files and like how nobody's even fucking getting in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Transparency is like a really big issue.
Hell yeah, not getting in trouble. I thought about that too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you were
Like,
worried
are
you were
we
gonna go to
not
prison.
are we not investigating these further? Like, it's just it? Like, it's just released and that's it. Like, there's no investigations, no follow-ups, no fucking assemblies, like the senators coming together to look at this shit. Like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we'll start the fucked up shit the government does with this one since we're talking about the Epstein files. Talking about the Epstein files, how Hennifer was just saying that nothing was done about things. Somebody came out in 2009 and said that rich people were eating each other and like all this fucking crazy shit was happening.
Yeah.
So have you ever heard of Gabriela Rico Jimenez?
No.
No?
No, never heard of her.
Okay.
But
So Gabrielle Rico Jimenez was a 21-year-old model from Chihuahua, Mexico. And she became the center of a viral conspiracy theory after a bizarre public outburst in Monterey that has since been interpreted by conspiracy theorists as a desperate expose on elite corruption. So exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anyways, so it was a public breakdown on live TV on August 4th, 2009. Local news crews in Monterey captured footage of Jimenez outside the Fiesta Inn hotel. She appeared disheveled, barefoot, and in disarrayed outfit, visibly distressed. Ranting incoherently to reporters and passerbys, her screams included shocking accusations. They ate humans, and specifically, they ate children. References to global elites, including U.S. politicians like former President George W. Bush, participating in satanic rituals and human sacrifices have also come up, obviously, throughout, the whole
Yeah.
fucking Epstein files. Claims of being trafficked and forced into parties hosted by powerful figures such as businessmen, politicians, and organized crime leaders tied to Mexico's modeling industry. So there's all sorts of different shit like that. And anyways,
Yep.
after the outburst lasted, it lasted several minutes before police intervened and arrested her for disturbing the peace. Authorities quickly labeled it as a mental breakdown, and the video exploded online. If you guys have never seen it, Dominic, you want to see if we can pull it up, boss baby? Google
Yeah.
Gabriela Rico Jimenez. And it's often described as one of Mexico's earliest viral meltdowns. But prior to this, she had reportedly attended a high society party in Monterey, allegedly connected to the elite circles in the fashion world. So, like we were just talking about, how the high-powered people run all these things. And then after her arrest and everything like that, she vanished. Nobody knows where she is or anything about her. There's no official record of her release. There's no official record of her court appearances or anything like that. Her family in Chihuahua went completely silent. No missing persons report filed, nothing. No bodies, no sightings, no investigation. Nothing ever happened. It's just like she never fucking existed.
let me pull this up. It looks like it's not on YouTube anywhere, so you can only find it on Instagram right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course they scrubbed it off YouTube.
But you can see her right here. Yeah, it doesn't look great, but she's they ate humans.
And she's speaking in Spanish right now. She's screaming in Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, you can't find any video.
And
When you
apparently
look
she was
up
at this
videos-
party upstairs and she came downstairs freaking out.
Yeah, when you look up videos of it, it just pulls up a bunch of Instagram videos or Facebook videos, but
Yeah,
no
that's
YouTube
crazy.
stuff.
Cause like, fucking, dang, that's crazy. In 2009, I
2009.
didn't see it during that time because I was like literally like, a kid.
We were children.
I was
Yeah.
I was a kid, yeah. But later in life, I remember seeing it like in college and stuff. Like,
Yeah. 2009, she was talking about how the elites were eating people because she got invited to some fucking fancy party where they ate babies, I guess. So that's scary.
Yeah,
It's pretty scary that it's
you
wiped because I
can
do
find.
remember watching the full video and being like, this is creepy way back in the
Yeah,
day. Not back in the day. I know that sounds like we're old, but
I mean,
like
it was
early
15 years ago.
2010,
yeah,
2010s era. Like,
yeah. So
Yeah, so you
so
can find like YouTube stuff of it, but it's mostly people like us talking
yeah,
about
talking about it.
her. Yeah.
Yeah. So Gabriela Rico Jimenez, guys, look her up. I tried looking her up in the files themselves, and I couldn't find her in the Epstein files. But I
Mhm.
found all sorts of fucked up shit in the Epstein files that I would have been
Oh
looking at.
yeah.
Maybe I'll put a couple screenshots of some stuff I've taken talking about selling furniture, or I got you a payback for the cream cheese incident. You deserved it. Just weird shit, bro, that I
Yeah.
found in those files.
Yeah.
But
Have you
anyways,
seen that like pizza comes up a ton in it
yeah,
where
pizza comes up a
people
bunch. All sorts of
people
stuff
are always
comes up a
talking about
lot.
like pizza, but it's obviously not.
Mhm.
Also, Adam Sandler's in there a bunch, but it's mostly people just referencing him.
Yeah.
He's not actually there ever.
It's a lot of fucked up shit. But to continue that, let's talk about some fucked up shit the government does that's happening right now. These are some
Well,
things that,
hold up.
one thing I
I
wanted
want
to
to circle
bring
back
up
to that
about
real
this.
quick just for a
Yeah.
second because there has been, things being said right now that supposedly the Clintons are going to be being pulled for trial for these Epstein files,
Mhm.
specifically both Clintons, Bill and Hillary. So that is to be seen. See where that goes
Yeah, we'll see if anything
because,
happens with it.
Hmm.
we're in the early
Um,
stage. But I think it's important to talk about because that just, by the Guardian states that their lawyer was requested to have some testimony from them about the sex trafficking and things of that sort. So hopefully there is going to be some type of hearing or event, like I said, like testimony where we can watch it and see
yeah.
what goes into the investigation, additional investigations that I think everyone is asking for, honestly.
Yeah. You guys have ever heard of this movie? It's called Under the Silver Lake.
No.
It's got Andrew Garfield, and it's about basically like all of that, just like the elite high society people having their whole secret stuff going on,
Mhm.
and it's based in L.A. right here, right? So I love it just because like I work everywhere that they go all the time.
Yeah.
But
Eyes Wide Shut is another one. If you guys never seen it, Stanley Kubrick. People say that that's why he died. He made Eyes Wide Shut, and it exposes like a lot of the Illuminati like party system and shit and how they work.
yeah,
It's a pretty fucked
yeah,
up
but
one.
this one's the same thing of like just the elite having their own secret society, and he's trying to figure it all out, and he
Which has been
chases it
proven.
around the
Alex
entire
Jones
LA.
snuck into the fucking that one Bohemian Grove in like 2010 or some shit like that. He
Yeah,
snuck into Bohemian Grove and took a video of all these elite people having some type of weird fucking ceremony where they like light an owl god on fire.
And they just
yeah,
recently made that one battle after another where they have like that weird elite
They call them the
people.
Christmas Adventurers Club.
Yeah. And that
Oh,
just
really?
cannot
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it was all right.
It wasn't like too much focus on it. It had like a small snippet of it, but it
Oh, okay.
also has that whole like
Yeah,
The
There-
government
there's
is like
just a
pulling
part of
strings
that
for
movie
random
is in
shit.
there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't say government. I just mean like probably the richest billionaires,
Yeah,
which could also be
president just
like,
happens to be one of them.
Yeah.
Anyways, so let's move on. I think
Yeah,
back to
What
fucked up
else you
shit the
got?
government does, because that is fucked up shit the government does. But here's some fucked up shit the government does that the government is doing that a lot of us are distracted right now by all this crazy shit we just talked about: immigration enforcement, fucking Epstein files, all sorts of different shit. We're all up in arms about it. But these are things that are happening right now while we're not paying attention to other shit. So right now, the United States government, like Trump's cabinet and stuff, is pushing to change pollution laws for air pollution. So they're trying to push to allow like lower the range of pollution that like companies are allowed to emit out of their factories. So basically, like a bigger carbon footprint for companies,
Raise.
for larger companies. Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to raise
unfortunately,
it.
it's in the US.
Do you have any information about it, Hennifer?
Yeah, I do. So particular matter for fossil fuel and factories, particulate matter. So that's basically like matter that can get into your bloodstream and affect your entire body because it's stuck in there
Yeah.
and like going through your brain and shit. that can come from fossil fuels. It could come from factories. It can come from
It comes from
creating
like anything.
anything, everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we have laws against that to protect us because we could breathe that shit in, especially little kids because they're growing, so they're the most affected by it all.
and they don't know how to
And
breathe right. They're always like,
so according to the manufacturing drive, and I think I sent you the email so you could bring it up, Dom. If not, I'll send it right
yeah. Let
now.
me check.
It should be under air pollution. They basically stated that they are allowing these companies to release that into the air. So those laws are basically being lowered, those standards. And remember, we talked about how the EPA can be manipulated with administrations if we don't like pay attention to it.
Hmm.
So that was lowered so we could get more fucked up, especially people that live in near those areas. Like
And particulate
Louisiana is
can be
really,
anything. It could be like aluminum. It can be like fucking plastic dust. It can be like fucking mercury in the air. It could be like sulfides. It could be like anything that is
Yeah,
not good for
large
you.
enough that
it's
it
literally
becomes.
anything that is ground up so small where you're gonna breathe it in.
Yeah, like silver dust and shit. Like
But you
all
don't
that
Yeah,
see
shit.
we
it
deal with it a lot
technically.
when we like when at work when for mounting anything in concrete, we worry
Mhm.
about silica particulate a lot.
Yeah.
So it's anything that's turned into a dust or a powder so fine that you're just
Mhm.
gonna be breathing it in and it's gonna cover and coat your lungs.
Yep. Yep. So that was just raised or lowered, I guess, like the threshold of it to allow for more of them in the air. So that's fucking cool.
Yeah,
I guess I'm gonna get more plastic in my balls.
Which sucks because, like I said, with areas and communities that live by those places, it's
yeah,
like the air that they literally live in and breathe in 24/7. And
yeah,
that was just
But it
lowered.
also moves around around the world. Like think about it. Like if there's factories like for example, Utah, Salt Lake City has some of the worst pollution in the entire world, and that's because they're in like a basin. And so all of the like
The airflow.
yeah, the airflow just like
yeah.
gets stuck there and then it doesn't move. So they don't necessarily have to have like a factory near them. It could just be like the air currents dragging that fucking crazy shit and it's just like hovering over the cities.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's fucked up. That's a fucked up thing the government's doing.
That just was changed this
Another
couple
one
weeks.
that's happening right now as well, fucked up shit the government does, you guys should be paying attention to. The nuclear policy. They've just lowered the threshold or increased the threshold for nuclear waste. Allowing more nuclear waste to be dumped or like less thresholds for nuclear power plants to be able to like have to take care of their waste properly.
Mm-hmm.
So as we're talking like we were talking about a couple weeks ago or last week or whatever with Rocky Flats and Boulder, how the
Yeah.
EPA just raised the level to allow
Lowered
you, or yeah, lowered the level to allow you to build housing developments on toxic wasteland.
Yep.
Or what was it, Dominic, episode 9, where we talked about Love Canal?
That
Same
was
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that was pretty early
EPA
on.
lowered the thing so that way people could build on Love Canal, and they sold the property for like $1 just because they were like, "Fuck it, let's just start getting some housing here." Like all
Yeah.
that stuff is happening again right now.
Well, yeah, well, everything is with
Yeah, while
Epstein.
we're all distracted by other shit, we're watching Bad
Yeah.
Bunny dance around in a dress on fucking stage, or we're fucking up in arms because Bill Gates got an STD and then made COVID-19 so everybody can get vaccinations so that way he could secretly give his wife fucking antibiotics.
That when it comes to the nuclear shit is crazy too, because that's like your groundwater, and a lot of people have wells in the United States.
Yeah.
And that shit,
Yeah, I didn't think about like that side of it. Yeah, there's a ton of like well water.
and
Yeah.
that was loosened um within this
Yeah.
last month of 2026, because guys, we're barely February 8th on this day,
It feels
2026.
almost like I think we've talked about it before where like certain things are coming out and people are gonna find out that they've changed these tolerances. They're
Mhm.
not gonna be happy about it. So they're like, well, if we release all these other things and we start all this other shit right here, no
Yeah,
one's gonna pay attention to that anymore.
It's
exactly.
a strategy of manipulation, fucking like when the man will just, and I say the man because it's like obviously,
Not a
the
woman.
people ruling the world powers distract you, but it is a strategy.
Yeah.
Like CIA does it with putting in like, hey, there's the chupacabra, like, and fucking shit up.
Yeah, like how the CIA lied in Vietnam and said there was vampires just to scare people, but they were
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
just draining their
Creating
blood.
like a tactic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very much like we've talked about before. They're like, all right, we have a lot of shit we're gonna put out right now. So if we just throw something bigger on top, no one's
Yeah.
gonna pay attention to that.
Yeah, exactly. Like let's go ahead and release 3 million files that you can search keywords through and like distract everybody with it and
Yeah.
fucking just so that way we can start lowering all
another-
these different changes
And
to make more money.
there's a lot of like redacted stuff in the files too. How much of that to you feels like let's just cover it up right now so that if we need another release at some point, we're like, all right, I guess we'll remove all that, and now
yeah,
everyone's gonna go through it
100%.
again.
Some of it
Yeah.
feels a lot like it's intentionally muddied waters as well. Like
Yeah.
for like I don't know if you heard, but like for example, this one that came out, like I don't know if you know who Dan Bilzerian is.
Yep.
But I'm not saying Dan Bilzerian's like a good guy or anything like that. But he's in the files a lot, and like a ton of his photos are there, and they like block out the women and stuff that he's with, and it kind of incriminates other people. Like Post Malone, for example, is in one of those photos. But Dan Bilzerian has come out publicly and been like shared the exact photo, and he's like, "This is a photo I posted on Facebook like fucking 5 years ago, and here's the exact photo in the files blocked out." Like I've been
Yeah.
very public with everybody I'm hanging out with. This is the shit. This is it.
That's
Like,
kind
so-
of his thing.
Yeah, a lot of things are very intentionally muddied. And then I don't know if you heard this, but apparently one of his inboxes, I guess some hackers got the password to it and they logged into his inbox.
Oh
Like
shit, I didn't
how
hear
does
about
that
that.
doesn't feel like fucking fake to you in any way? That
Right?
like all of a sudden now that all these things come out, now we have access to his inbox and now people are sending a bunch of fake pictures and emails to each other to like intentionally
Yeah.
even deeper muddy the water.
Yeah, the government definitely has a way of manipulation, especially when it comes to having phones and social medias and stuff, and how
Yeah.
think like things are consumed now. It's like what also is crazy is that blackout in Iran where they just shut down.
Yeah, they shut the internet
everything.
down. Imagine they did that to us here, dude.
Like
Right.
everything, like their cell phones, they couldn't make calls.
Yeah, like that's
You
Yeah,
can't
it's-
make when
Your
they were
whole world's just
protesting.
done real quick.
Yeah,
That just happened too with like this is happening with the protests in Iran where
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to be heard as citizens and they just went into these blackouts. Phones don't work. Like
100%. They can
calls.
do that here. Just drop everything. Like imagine there's a big protest in LA and they just drop like an EMP and just fucking shut everything down.
Right.
And you have no internet access, no cell phone access, nothing. You can't record it when the fucking militia comes in and just blasting people.
Yeah.
I mean, your camera will work on the phone, but like you
Still
can't
won't
hear
upload to the
anything.
cloud and they can come through and snatch your shit up. I have this theory that like the whole release of the Epstein files was done purposefully now because like remember they've been talking about having those files for what like 4 to 6 years now.
Yeah. It's
And
been a long time.
AI started to reach its like apex up around 4 to 6 years ago. That's when everybody started getting access to it as a people. And now when they released all these super sensitive files with like pictures and all these different things that are super incriminating, and then they allowed like a hack to happen, and regular people like me and you have access to extremely advanced AI that can change pictures and make them look extremely real. Like
Yeah.
that picture of fucking Epstein still alive with a beard and long hair in
Yep.
Israel. Like,
We'll enter that in.
you know what I mean? Like, there's almost no way now to tell what's real and what's not. So it's easy for the
Yeah.
government to be like, oh, yeah, that picture of fucking Trump eating that baby's intestines, that's AI. The picture of Hillary with like skin on her face, like the fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's AI. A picture of Epstein with a baby, that's AI. That's all AI. None of that's real. The internet
Yeah.
says it's AI.
Yeah. That's a really good point of like
Yeah.
now, yeah, they have an
So
excuse
scary.
to just kind of throw away anything they want to.
Yeah, literally
Yeah.
anything could just be thrown away as AI. Like, no, that's not real. That's AI. Yeah, that email looks real, but it's not. It's AI. This is the original document. You can see that some of the words are mixed around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my theory behind it. That's why I think that they were willing to. And 3 million, you can't keep up with that shit. Nobody can
That's
fucking read all
so
of
much.
those. And a lot of them are duplicates, triplicates, quadruplicates. Because I've looked through a lot of that shit. And sometimes you'll look on a page and you'll read an email and you'll go like 4 or 5 pages down and you'll get the same email again.
But
Yeah.
I think that's the point of trials. Like we can't, if an institution isn't corrupt, we can have like companies read them all and then have, not companies,
Yeah,
but
but
just
that's my
like
thing,
parties
there's
reading
no
them
way to
all
tell what's true
and
anymore.
have trials. Right. No, I
Yeah.
agree. That is fucking scary with AI because you're right. You can manipulate. I mean, we see it every day when we're like, for example, if you're looking for a place right now, like moving wise, you look at rental properties and they're like AI'd with like stuff in them, but then you go see them in person, and you're like, this doesn't even look like the picture I just saw with the rental
Yeah.
property on
I was literally just talking
Zillow or
about that because we were looking at like condos, and it had pictures of with like furniture, but I was like, oh, how is there not like an AI thing where I can just click like show me with or without furniture?
Yeah, right.
Like I just want to see so
But
many
also they
different
make it look
options.
nicer. Like I went to go view
the
a spot
walls.
recently that like in the AI photo, it looked beautiful. It was like the walls were all
Yeah.
clean, the floor was nice, it had like a bunch of furniture in it. And then I went into the apartment and it's like it looked like somebody had been smoking in there for like 20 years. Like the walls were all like brown and shit, and the curtains were
Yeah.
all fucked up. Some of the
Didn't you
tiles
say
like popped
the
off. There's like a hole in the wall. Like
part of the floor was like
yeah,
rising?
the linoleum or whatever part of the floor, like it looked like somebody popped up a couple of the boards and then put them back, but like broken. So it was
Damn,
like,
dude.
yeah, but the
You
AI
gotta check
pictures,
on it.
like the
There's
apartment
probably
looked
like
really nice.
hidden gems under there.
I know, right? It's probably not here.
Yeah, but
Copper.
Nah.
the
Somebody
AI
I don't
fucking
know.
pictures look
You guys
catalytic
got a lot of
converter.
like pirate shit right there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. definitely the AI version of it looked fucking immaculate. So that
Yeah.
yes, it is very fucking scary that they did wait that long when
Purposefully waited that long.
artificial intelligence was so highly used in our regular everyday society. Very.
And
It's just
like
it's a really weird, scary time to be alive, guys.
yeah. And like I'm sure that I've seen pictures where I haven't noticed it's AI.
Yeah.
Most of the time I'm able to tell, but there's people out there that just genuinely cannot tell at
Yeah.
all.
I mean,
Like
old
I have
people
someone on
can't tell, bro. Our
Instagram
parents
who
can't tell. They send us videos all the time that are very
yeah,
clearly AI.
yeah, I have someone on Instagram who will send me videos all the time, and most of them like they'll text me this video. They'll be like, "Ah, this is so funny what this guy did," and I'll look, and within 1 second, I'm like, "That's not real."
Yeah, that's AI.
But like, this guy has no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Scary. It's a scary place to be in right
Very,
now.
very scary.
Yeah.
I have a scary situation with AI where I don't want to say specifically who, but a family member got a call saying it was me, saying I was like in danger. I need help. I need money because I got like my car broke down. It sounded like
Really?
me. Yeah.
When?
And this is
Oh
like
my
two,
God.
like when
It was
things started.
you?
Yeah,
Your voice?
specific. Yeah, like
What
specifically.
the fuck?
Yeah, I have heard
And
about that.
they were asking for money for help, and that loved one called me and made sure that it wasn't they called my cell number, and I happened to answer it.
That's fucking
I was
crazy.
like, no, I'm
Yeah.
Why
fine.
didn't you tell me
So-
about that?
I've heard about this. Like, have you guys gotten those scam calls where it's like either nothing or they'll ask like one little question and then just hang up or
Yeah.
stuff like that? Where I've heard a lot where they're trying to get your voice so that
Yeah.
they can just hear you say every word.
Yeah, like
eventually.
syllables. They need like specific syllables for you to say so that way they can fucking go through and use your voice.
Yeah, and then they use AI to re-engineer your voice and make it so now you can say whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've heard ones also where they call you and all they need you to do is like say like yes or no to like verify something so that way legally they have it on like recording that you said yes for this. And so if they're asking you questions
Wow.
and they have you saying yes, then it could be like, well, you said yes that I can fucking take like coverage of your vehicle. Now it's my car. I'm gonna come fucking pick it up.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
crazy.